August 1st, 2025. It's time for that first sip. It's time to get your mind right. Good morning, everybody. Daniel Allison, the average dude. I was holding my mug with both hands, because I'm so ready for this first sip this morning. I hope you are. Fred Blanton, how are you?
Unbelievable. Have you had a sip of coffee yet?
I did have one sip.
Just one? All day, one sip?
One tiny microscopic sip. So this is really, I really want this.
You ready for this?
Let's do it.
First sip, let's go!
Cheers, everybody. Let's make it a good one here. Speaking of making it a good one, we have some visitors that are on the bus. And it's passenger number one is Mr. Antarctic Mike. Time to go. Let's get it going. Russ Hammond, happy Friday. Good morning. And if you're just joining us, I like exclamation. I like capital. I think that it says something. I think that it sets your intention. And that's somebody that wants to sell some shoes right there. Paul Pappy. Yeah. Let's get it.
All over it.
He's all over it. Doug, DJ, good morning. I love that. I'm going to do a little scale later on today. Maybe get into Canva and create a little scale for exclamation marks and what it means. And how good do you feel today? And I love that, guys. Love that. We're going to have ourselves a great Friday. It's the first day of a new month. What you think, Fred? What's that mean for Fred in his world?
It means that it's another month to get after it. Right? Last month is old news, man. Hey, yeah. I did this much business last month. Who cares? That's last month.
That's it. What have you done for me lately? A lot of us have those types of jobs. I do want to ask you something. Do you remember? We're not going to talk about the event. We took the whole time yesterday to talk about the event, But I will say, I did notice that you're on one side and I'm on the other. I could change that at any minute. And I could be on the left-hand side, because if you will please tell the folks what you said right before we went live on Wednesday night.
You asked me which side I was standing on.
Yeah. And I was standing on the left side because I was more comfortable. And you said, no, I'm standing there, and I had to move. Remember?
Yeah. Yeah, because the idea was to get you more comfortable standing on the right side.
I like this. I have control. There's nothing that Freddie can say. He can't bellyache. I just switch it, and it's a done deal.
I can bellyache, and I can say stuff.
Yes, you can. You can, and you do. I want to ask something else too here. Hey, there's Ken. Good morning, Ken. Anyone who watched the show yesterday, and if you didn't watch the show yesterday, what's wrong with you?
You should go back and watch it.
Get on the bus. Get on the bus. I want to talk about this just real quick. Every morning, Fred comes in, and before you guys see us, he's playing some type of music. Sometimes it might be, you might feel like it's a church vibe. Sometimes it's a little energy vibe. Sometimes he throws me a curveball. It might be country music. What is going on inside your head, dude? What is that?
You don't want to go in there.
Yeah.
It's whatever vibe at that moment. So today, if you noticed, we went from Nirvana, Teen Spirit, to some sort of chanting music.
Yeah. And it worked, though. The chanting music.
And in between, it was Timmy Trumpet. I don't know what was happening.
I know. But I was right there with you. I was vibing along with it. And so it was good. It was good. And Ken, I love it. Ken caught on quickly. He's not from around here, but he caught on quickly. And I love it, man. Hey, let's do this. I want to talk about this today because I kind of think it's a big deal. Do you like this?
I mean, most of the time, no, I don't.
You don't?
No.
Do you like change? You folks in the comments, tell us if you like change. Whether we like it or not, there is one thing that's true about change. If you keep doing what you've always done, you'll keep getting what you've always gotten.
Yeah. Now, you didn't ask me if I like trying new things or changing up my systematic approach to dominating a day.
I tricked you. That's what I did. Timmy Trumpet.
In front of a live audience, you're going to try to trick your co-host.
This is flowing too. Sorry, Paul distracted me. What did you say?
In front of a live audience, you trick your co-host.
I did. I would do that because you know what? What goes around comes around, Mr. Fred Blatton. But I agree with
change.
I do like change, and I've always liked change, and it's shown up. And sometimes maybe I like change too much. I think you like being consistent, and I think that being consistent is fantastic. And I think that we both like. Oh, you like that kind of change? Oh man, no, man.
I tricked you. You like that kind of change? Who likes that kind of change? I tricked you.
Now you've embarrassed me. And I'm quitting the show. I will not be here next week. It's over. Okay, we're digressing into we're digressing. We're trying to get people's mind right. Change is important, and if we keep doing, hello, okay, he's back. If you keep doing what you've always done, you'll keep getting what you've always got. We've been going over the energy bus. George had a bad attitude. If he didn't adjust his attitude, what was he doing? George was complaining, blaming. He felt powerless. And because of that, he's going to keep getting what he's always got. He was stressed. He was frustrated. Work and personal life was going down the tubes, right?
So what was the biggest driver of his change?
The biggest driver of his change was becoming, it was rule number one, becoming the driver of his bus.
But how did he find that out?
He found that out through additional frustrations and stresses in his life.
He had an environment change.
He had something that looked like things were getting worse. He had that flat tire. It's already bad. And I call this, and it's something I think about a lot, trajectory. We've been here. We've been here before. Stop doing that to me. We've been here before. Trajectory, we know how fast we're going. We know if we're going like this, if we're going like that, if we're going like that, if we're going like that, right? And we know how fast we're going. And so we know what's going to happen. We know that if we keep doing what we've always done, we're going to keep getting what we've always got. So we can predict the future to a certain degree, can't we?
Yeah.
And let's see what we've got here in the comments, because Fred doesn't have any comments today. Change keeps me interested. I may not like change at times, but sometimes it's necessary and often turns out better than what we expected. Now that's the truth. You ever had that happen? Something's going to change. Man, why are they changing this? This was good. Okay, this is better now. You ever had that happen?
Not in recent memory.
Really? It was a change that you just did not like. You really don't like change. I can tell. Let's see. I'm not sure where that applied, but I'm sure Paul, I bet Fred knows where it applied.
The borderline insanity?
Yeah.
Doing the same thing every day, expecting a different result.
Amen. Usually don't like change because of fear of the unknown, but it's a must for growth. It really is. It takes doing new things, as Fred said earlier, in order to get the change on the other end. I want to talk about something. The first step in all of this, the first step in, do I need to make change? We talked about trajectory. We talked about his attitude. Call it like it is. We have to do like Fred does during the basketball game, blow the whistle and make the call. But on this, we're making it for ourselves because we're calling it like it is. We want to kid ourselves. We want to think, oh no, things are fine. This is a good trajectory. But we know that if we keep doing what we've always done, we've got to do something to stop it. Right? Right, Fred?
Yeah. Give me a classic example of a situation where you've seen that happen. Somebody thought something was fine and people around them knew, hey, you know what? He's headed in the wrong direction. And then bam, they eventually realized it when it was too late.
That's right. And sometimes, you know, everybody on the sidelines is yelling and screaming, you're doing the wrong thing. You know, sometimes you think about the relationships, right? You might have somebody that's headed for a relationship and they're getting into a relationship that they shouldn't, or other people. And that maybe that's not the greatest example, but we have things in life where people are trying to give us, to warn us, but it takes that person to first step, call it like it is. And then once we observe it, once we know that we have to change, we have to start doing things in order to make that happen. So we find our one thing. Very often, Fred, in my personal development journey, I look at it and I say, there's one thing that I definitely need to change. I can call it like it is. If I keep doing this, it's hurting my trajectory. If I don't change it, it's not going to be good.
Yeah, typically though, it's more than one.
Could be more than one, and it's always going to depend on the personal situation. And take what you can. Maybe it's one thing that you can work on just a little bit at a time. How about this one? We've talked about this one in the book. Ditch the energy vampires. If you want to make change, and the folks that talk about what the energy vampire might be if you're wanting to make change, Fred.
Well, let's say that you're trying to get fit. You want to start working out. And one of you're self-aware to the point where you're like, you know what? I don't need to eat past this time. But you got this one friend who at 8 o'clock every night, I don't want to eat past 7 o'clock because I know I want my fast to kick in.
Right.
And you got that one friend twice a week at 8:30 calls and says, hey, meet me downstairs and let's have one of those espresso milkshakes. We'll share it. And for 6 months, you've been doing that. And now you know.
Yeah.
And that person knows, all right, hey, he or she, they're trying to do better. They're not going to eat past 7. They're trying to get fit. And that person still pushes you 2, 3, 4 times a week to step out of what you're trying to change and continue the nonsense. You might have to cut them loose for 6 months.
Absolutely. That's the kind of thing. Remove the thing that's making you stumble, right? If it's a person, it's a place, it's a thing, remove that thing from your life so you don't stumble anymore. What's your Pac-Man portion? I did the wrong one. I wanted to do this right here. The secret of change is to focus all of your energy not on finding the old, but on building the new.
We talked about cut loose of the old.
That's right. You've got to make that new very, very enticing, very motivating, very inspiring. You can't go back and change the beginning. You can start where you are and change the ending. So whatever change means to you, wherever we are in life, this change means different things because we have different things going on, but it always takes the same things. We've got to get around the right people. And very often, what's the thing that changes? Attitude. That might be the only thing that needs to change. And that's really the point of the Energy Bus. That's the point of this book. We've got to win the moment. We've got to win the day. And sometimes just a little bit of this and changing our attitude, we see the possibilities of turning things around just by having a more positive attitude.
Yeah. Well, and the weekend would be a fantastic time if you're thinking about making a change somewhere where it's personal or business, to reflect, write it down, and hit Monday with an approach of just a small change. Because all it takes is a little bit.
That's right.
A little bit each day. And then once you get that down, you add the next thing.
That's it.
And then, you start doing this in the dark for a year. When you show up after a year and now you're in the light and everybody's like, my goodness, what happened?
Exactly. And see that light before you get there. I love what DJ said here. Are you in a grave or a rut? The difference is there's a way out of the rut. You can change. I love that, DJ. Thank you. Hey, and Paul, I'm so sorry I didn't catch that. My mind is always on the next one, but that's why I've got a great co-host. I've got great passengers. Love doing this with everybody. Get your mind right this weekend, just not too right, and make a little change. Fred, final thought, or are you done?
I'm done, hon.
See y'all next week. Bye-bye, everybody. Let's roll.